I made $300 a day trading the stock market, trading futures more specifically, and I've done videos showing you how I do it, but today I'm gonna do a video talking about the money, because these comments, how much did you have to put in to get that? How much did you risk to get that? It's not really like that with futures, and so I'm gonna explain it. So when you buy an option contract, you buy the contract, and that contract, based on how price moves, can literally go to zero. You can literally lose all of the money that you spent on that contract in seconds, minutes, hours, whatever. Same with the stock. When you buy a stock, you paid for it. That money comes out of your account, right? Out of your brokerage account. You paid for it. That amount decreases, and then you will increase incrementally or decrease incrementally based on how much the stock moves up or down. Futures contracts work on something called margin. Futures contracts are very expensive, very expensive. Like, hold on, let me look up the exact price of a futures contract right now. An ES futures contract is worth $50 times the current price of the S&P 500. The S&P 500 is sitting at like $5,600 right now. So y'all go do that math and let me know when you're going to be buying one of those outright. You're not, and me either. What we do is we use something called margin. Futures margin is like a down payment that you put down in order to open the futures position. It's kind of like you're saying, here's this money, I'm good for it, let me open some positions and I'm gonna win money, and if I lose money, I'm not gonna lose more than what I put down. Okay, so essentially it's like a hold, just that lets you trade. You're not actually using money, you're not paying for anything, because with futures margin, you don't actually own the underlying asset. Like with options, that's your contract, baby. So if it goes to zero, that's on you. I'm sorry. So think about futures margin like your broker saying, like you go to your broker and you say, here you go, I have this much money. How many futures contracts will you let me trade for this amount of money? So that amount differs by broker. Most of the people on here that you see using live accounts are using a broker that gives them the lowest margin possible. That's why I use Ninja Trader, or I think Tradeovate is the same too, because you can deposit $500. That's all you need in your account in order to be able to trade one E-mini ES contract. Okay, so if I have $1,000, I'm trading 2 E-minis. Now you can go even lower than that, which is why some people, when they ask me, well, how much do I need to trade futures, I say you can trade with as little as $200 really, because to trade a micro, which is going to move smaller and make you less money, but obviously you're putting down a smaller deposit, to trade a micro, you have to have down with them is $50. So when I made that $700 yesterday or the day before, and somebody was like, oh, well, how much did you put in to risk it? I said $1,000 because I was trading 2 minis, just to simplify it, because I didn't have time to make this video. But essentially, for me to trade 2 minis, I had to have $1,000 in my account to cover that margin. They see $1,000, they say, okay, you're good to trade 2 contracts. That's how it works. Now, after that initial payment that you have, that's called initial margin. After that initial amount that you have, you also need to have additional funds in there